Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another day of the X Factor Daily NBA show. We had a ton of games on last night, so we're just going to hop right into it here. But before we begin, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Let's tell some friends about the X Factor Nation. Let's get this thing rolling. We'll go over to Charlotte first game as the Hornets defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 110 to 108. For the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert had 17 and 17. D'Lo had 20 and 10. Anthony Edwards 25, 5 and 4. Karl Towns 19. Story with this team is their defense just is not very good. I don't know what the deal is. They have the pieces, but I mean those two bigs together just I don't think are working out. The Hornets, uh, Theo Maledon had 14 and 7 off the bench. Kelly Oubre with 28. Terry Rozier with 22. PJ Washington with 16. I think those three guys should be on a lot of teams' radar for trades. This Hornets team's not very good. I don't see why they'd want to keep all these guys. You know, if the right trade comes along, I don't see why you don't go after it. The Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 107 to 99. Shake Milton continues to play really well for this team, stepping up big for them when they need it. He had 24, 9, and 10. George Niang off the bench had 18. He's been a solid piece off the bench for them. Tobias Harris, 23, 10, and 5. Anthony Melton, 13. And Montrezl Harrell, 14. PJ Tucker still has not scored. For the Magic, Bol, 18 and 8. Paulo, first game back, had 19, 4, and 3. Franz Wagner 24 and 4 off the and then RJ Barrett with 10 off the bench. Just a good win there for the 76ers. I think these are the kind of wins they really need to secure, given the fact that all their stars are out. They really need to secure these games that, you should easily win, but could also lose. I like that. I like this momentum for the 76ers right now. Out in Portland, Jeremy Grant played phenomenal. They had three guys with over 20 points, two guys with over 35. Jeremy Grant, 44 points. Josh Hart, 10 and 19 rebounds. Insane numbers there, 19 rebounds for Josh Hart. Yusuf Nurkic with 28 and 7. Anthony Simons, 38, 4 and 8. 38, 4 and 5, rather. No Dame Lillard last night. Obviously, not a big deal. Only two guys scored off the bench for them. But even still, just a phenomenal night there from those three guys. I really like what I've been seeing out of Jeremy Grant here lately. This Trailblazers team continues to surprise me. And then for the Knicks, RJ Barrett just continues to struggle. Shot 6 of 22 from the field, 19 and 10 for him. Julius Randle, 23 and 6. Jalen Brunson, 32, 5 and 4. And Emmanuel Quickley with 18. This team, I think, is very close to we're seeing make some trades. I don't know what those trades will be, but nonetheless, I think this Knicks team has the potential to really make some moves here soon. The Kings lost to the Celtics last night, 104 to 122. The Celtics have won like 11 of their last 12 games. For the Kings, Harrison Barnes 12 and 5, Domantas Sabonis 18, 10 and 6, De'Aaron Fox 24 and 2, and Davion Mitchell with 13. This King team's been rolling. They go up against a really good team there last night. Kevin Huerter had a quiet night. Keegan Murray with a quiet night. Malik Monk with a quiet night. So, I mean, it's one of those things that those kind of games are going to happen, especially when you're playing the best team in basketball right now. Jayson Tatum, 38 and 4. Jaylen Brown, 25, 5 and 4 with 2 steals. Derek White, 16. Al Horford, 13. Derek White's really, really been playing well for them. That trade video I came out with last week, I had him on there, but I don't even think they should consider trading him at this point. He's playing really well, being a really solid, stepping into their starting lineup, playing solid. Also a guy though that could come off the bench and continue to his good outburst. The Pacers 128 to 117 over the Nets. For the Pacers, Buddy Hield 26 points, shot 9 of 15 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3. Miles Turner 23, 8 and 3. Tyrese Halliburton 21, 6 and 15. Benedict Mathurin with 20. One thing I'll say, I think Miles Turner, obviously, there's a lot of teams interested in him. I've thought about what if the Thunder try going after him? That would be interesting. You could try to give up like Mike Muscala, Darius Baisley, and a bunch of picks, or throw in one of these rookies that you have, like one of the Jalen Williams, in a couple seconds and maybe a first. I don't know if, he's worth all that, but I think that's an interesting team. Nonetheless, he fits their timeline. He could play really well with those guys, and that's an elite rim protector that they have. And for the Nets, Kevin Durant, 36, 9 and 8. Kyrie Irving, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. quiet night, for everybody else around. Ben Simmons did have 20. He's starting to play a lot better. But still these pieces that they have, they come and go. And especially with the inconsistency they've had other with everyone other than Kevin Durant, it's kind of hard for this Nets team to really get rolling right now. Nonetheless, I mean, they are sitting at 9-11, so their season's not like they've not lost all hope yet, but nonetheless, you would expect them to be better. The Miami Heat 110 over the Washington Wizards 107. For the Heat, Bam Adebayo 38, 12, and 3. This is the Bam Adebayo we love to see. Tyler Hero 11, 5, and 10. Kyle Lowry with 13 and 7, and Caleb Martin with 20. A good game there for the Heat all around. Even their bench was able to provide some solid minutes. This Heat team, though, I still just I can't get behind them. They're 9-11 as well, but there's just something off in my opinion. And for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma 28, 7, and 5. Kristaps Porzingis with 18 and 7. Bradley Beal with 28, 5, and 5. Everybody else quiet. So the issue with both those teams is their inconsistency, especially the deeper you go in their rotation. And that was definitely the issue last night. An interesting game, 122 to 128 was the score in Houston as the Rockets came out on top. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray had DeJounte had 39, Trae Young 44, and they still lost. Only one other person scored in double figures, and it was Adrian Griffin, 11 points. Those two guys were being just ridiculously disrespectful last night. It's always been my issue with Trae Young is sure you can put up big numbers, but you're 13 to 28 from the field, 4 to 10 from three. Cool. He shot 14 to 16 from the 3-point line. Cool. But when it comes down to it, like, what are you doing defensively? And defensively, they gave up 128 points to the worst team in basketball. Kenyon Martin Jr. with 21-15. Jabari Smith Jr. with 21. Jalen Green with 30. Kevin Porter Jr. with 12, 7, and 10. And Garrison Matthews off the bench with 20. To give up that many points to this bad Houston Rockets team is embarrassing, and to act the way they were the whole game and still come out, losing is it's laughable. It's just ridiculous. The Pelicans lost to the Grizzlies 132 to 111. This is another team that I thought defensively they'd be really, really solid, and their defense is disappointed. Giving up 132 points is a lot. For the Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks, 25, Jaren Jackson Jr. with 20, Steven Adams, 15 and 11, John Morant with 23 and 11, Brandon Clark with 12 and 10 off the bench, David Roddy with 11 off the bench. A big game there for, multiple guys there on the Grizzlies. And I think this is why a lot of people had them high up, because they have the tools to continuously put up numbers like this on any given night. They have multiple guys that can do it. And we saw it there last night. And for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy had 21 off the bench. That's really all I really want to highlight for them. They didn't shoot really well. Their field goal percentages were 33, 50, 40, 36, 28, 50, 50, 33, 50, and 60. So all the guys that got big minutes didn't shoot really well. Only like one guy really shot over 50%. But, I guess it's just one of those nights where the shots aren't falling, whatever. But defensively, you have all those tools to still, like, if their offense isn't rolling, they have the defensive tools to get things done, and nothing happened there. For the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo led them to a 117-102 victory. Giannis had 38, 9, and 6. Another just Giannis type night. Javon Carter had 18. Nobody else really. I mean, only one other person scored double figures, and that's Bobby Portis. So just a big dominant night for Giannis, just continuing to, be the best player in the world. And for the Cavaliers, Darius Garland had 24 and 3, Donovan Mitchell with 29, Evan Mobley 8 and 8. I'm 2 of 12 from the field. Evan Mobley, come on, man. I understand that you've got two ball dominant guards, but at the same time, man, I thought he was going to have a bigger year this year. Isaac Okoro with 13 off the bench. Cavaliers sit 12 and 6. I'm not too worried yet, though. The Thunder continue to play very well, and they beat the Chicago Bulls 119 to 123. Shea had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block. Lou Dort with 12. Poku had 15 and 6. Josh Giddey with 10 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. And Jeremiah Robinson Earl with 10. I love this Thunder team. They're a lot of fun to watch. And for this Bulls team, I'm starting to get a little worried. DeMar DeRozan had 30. Vucevic had 13 and 13. Zach LaVine had 27. and Alex Caruso had 12. It seems like it's just that's the story every game. It's their two best players will have a big night. Um, Somebody else might step up, like Vucevic might have around 13 to 17, and then you might get lucky and have one of their person score 12. And there's something there that they need to pick up. I don't know what it is though. I don't know what they do without giving away one of those two players. They're 8-11 on the season. The Lakers won 105 to 94. LeBron is back. He had 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 8 of 17 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, had 9 turnovers. I saw everybody on Twitter talking about LeBron being back, scoring 21. Okay, cool. Where's the conversation about the 9 turnovers he had? But nonetheless, whatever. Anthony Davis, 25 and 15. Great night for Anthony Davis. He continues to roll. Lonnie Walker with 18. Russell Westbrook only had 3 points off the bench, 1 of 7 from the field. A nice win there for the Lakers, trying to find the momentum to really get some wins rolling. And for the Spurs, Keldon Johnson had 15 and 9, Jeremy Sochan with 13, 9 and 5, Devin Vassell with 18, Trey Jones with 19. And this Spurs team is really on the decline, 6 and 14 now on the year. A good win there for the Lakers, a win you would expect them to take, nonetheless. The Suns won 108 to 102 over the Detroit Pistons. For the Pistons, Bogdanovich had 19 points. Marvin Bagley 13 and 12. Killian Hayes had 17 and 8 and 9. I lost his name there for a minute. He's really starting to finally play well for them. He's been really quiet and disappointing, but he's really finding his role, especially with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham out. Alec Burks continues to be solid for them off the bench. He had 17. And for these Suns, Cameron Payne, 16 and 10 for him. Devin Booker with 21, 7 and 5. DeAndre Ayton with 28 and 12. And Mikal Bridges with 15 as well. A nice win there for the Suns. This Pistons team, they stick around for so many games, but they're never able to pull it out. Kind of disappointing, but they're a young team. What do you expect? The Warriors came out on top 129 to 118 over the Jazz. For the Jazz, Jared Vanderbilt had 13 and 10, Jordan Clarkson 21 and 10, Colin Sexton 13 and 7, Lauri Markkanen with 24 and 6, and Kelly Olynyk with 21. Malik Beasley finally had an off night on the bench. He had 10 points, shot 4 of 14 from the field. And for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins with 29 and 5, 3 steals and 1 block. Kevon Looney with 10 and 12. Klay Thompson, 20 points, shot 7 of 16, 6 of 12 from 3. So a better night for him. Jordan Poole had 19 off the bench, and Steph Curry, 33, 5 and 4 off for them as well. This Jazz team, I think, they're finally starting to cool down. Could they potentially start making some trades? Could they potentially try to lean into the tank? I don't know. I hope not necessarily, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to move some pieces but whatnot. And the Denver Nuggets came out on top 114 to 104 over the Clippers. Jokic had 19 and 13. Aaron Gordon has not had a lot of conversation. He is playing very, very well for this Nuggets team. He's their second best player without a doubt this season. He had 29, 7 and 3. Shot 12 of 16 from the field. A phenomenal night for him. Vlatko Konchar had 13 off the bench. And Jamal Murray, 21, 6 and 9, shot 9 and 21. You would like to see that be better, but it's all right. He a good win there for this Nuggets team. I was really starting to get worried. I still am about their defense and about their second unit, but I do think they have some pieces to make an easy trade and help get someone in there to help out. John Wall for the Clippers had 23 off the bench. A good night there from him, 8 of 10. No Paul George, no Kawhi Leonard. Not a shock. Robert Covington had 12 and 6. Norm Powell had 11. Marcus Morris had 15. Terrence Mann was 16. This Clippers team, man, 11 and 9 on the season. Kawhi Leonard, what are we doing? Come on, man. Please play some basketball. So that's all the games from last night. We only had 4 games on tonight. Here in about 20 minutes from releasing this video, the Mavericks will take on the Raptors. I'm going to take the Nugget or the Mavericks at home or on the road. I don't know what it is about this Raptors team. They make me a little. Both these teams actually make me very nervous. But I think Luka is due for a really big night, and I would love to see it. The Thunder take on the Rockets at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go with the Thunder. I don't think they have anybody to really give Shea any problems. I think we see a big game from Shea if Shea plays. Josh Giddey, I would love to see a big night from him scoring wise, but we'll see nonetheless. The Spurs and Lakers play again tonight at 8 o'clock. I would more than likely going to take the Lakers. I wouldn't be surprised if we see AD sit, but I do think the Lakers need this win. I think the Spurs are okay with giving it up. So I'll take the Lakers. And at 9 o'clock, the Suns take on the Jazz. With these two teams played a few nights ago, maybe last week, and it was a really, really good game. I will go with the Suns though to pull out the victory there. But it could be another fantastic game that we see nonetheless. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff coming your way. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell some friends. Let us know what you guys think down below. Let us know what you guys want to see. We got a lot of content we want to come out with. We want to be here for you. So like, comment, subscribe. Let us know. We'll see you all later.